Hey Nina,
Hello.
how are you?
Oh, I hear
I'm here.
you. All right. So, of course, please forgive me. My daughter may call. We're going to be running out.
It's
Uh,
all good.
okay. But I
Yay.
wanted to be here. And oh, my fan. Annoying. Hold on. Yeah, her flight got delayed an hour. So,
Oh, geez.
poor little thing. She hasn't even gotten to the airport yet. So, this is all brand new, all by herself.
Yay. And here's Sue.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. I feel like I just talked to you guys, and then I realized I did.
You did. I was just going to say that. Yep.
I have like this mom like fog thing going on. Like, wait a minute. We should be seeing Marty, Captain Marty.
I know. Captain Marty, who had her webinar. She's done one before. I thought this was her very first one, but it's good.
Did one before, but she didn't. She never structured it.
Right.
She didn't have.
Was it recorded?
Yes.
Okay. I would love to see it. I was out networking last night.
She's actually going to do it again next Thursday.
Cool.
Yeah, it takes a few times, especially if you're not used to webinars.
Yes, and she didn't mention, but October is Bullying Awareness Month, so
yes,
that'd be good to sort of bring out in the webinar.
Yeah, we had talked about that. I think she forgot in her planning stages. So yeah, so I'll wait until she comes on so she can tell you all the magic that's happened from that.
What's the buzzing? Is that at your end?
I think it's Nina.
It's probably me. I'm a troubled child. I'm sorry.
Not your fan.
I swear I'll buy a new computer soon. Something's got to change here.
It's something. Is it your fan on your computer? Is that loud?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah, because my computer is, a little old.
Yeah, we're hearing the fan on her computer.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. Well, it's got a sensitive mic.
Well, this webcam that our guru, told us to get really works.
Notice when she's not speaking, it stops. That's how I knew that it was something on her end. The humming.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
I have to get this all cleared up before I go live with all my fun stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say, that if, that's why I noticed it, that if you do a webinar, then you'll have that buzzing sound,
Yeah, it won't work. So what I did with mine is I just ordered an extra long cord, and I actually put my tower in the closet and closed the door.
Oh. So put the computer somewhere else and have my...
Yeah, because all you really need is your monitor, keyboard, and mouse. The big tower thing you don't really need.
Right. All right, this is my daughter. I'm going to take it real quick.
Okay.
So she has a desktop too that she's using? Because you can't do that with a laptop. I use a laptop. I don't have a desktop.
Laptops are generally quiet. The desktops, because the processing cards get really hot, have huge fans. Very rare that you'll have a laptop that's super noisy. And if it is, you can probably just replace the fan because something's wrong.
Yeah. I have a PC that gets really hot and, it still works, but I don't use it anymore because I have a Mac, but it's still good, except that I think either the heat shield or the fan needs to be changed and,
Yeah, they get hot. And like mine has 3 fans in it.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. It's probably not worth the money it would take to fix that on the PC,
Yeah. It shouldn't be that bad. Just replacing the fans, not that much.
So while we're waiting, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, so absolutely.
So when I have someone at Fiverr make the divorce survival kit, do I need to send them a picture for the kit, or what do I need to give them? I mean, the copy, of course, like what I wanted to say.
Divorce kit, like what part of it?
So like it's going to be PDFs and checklists, but it's going to look like, I want them to create a mock-up of something that looks like either a book or a CD, like maybe a book, because it doesn't have audio in it. So
yeah, so you can do like a workbook, you can do a book, You can do it like a spiral bound notebook.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole bunch of different options.
But do I have to provide them with the images or something, or do they do them?
They do that. They'll tell them you need it designed.
Okay, and then I can give them.
There's one girl that I love. Let me see if I can find her.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, she's the one who did the cover for my book and a whole bunch of stuff for me since then.
I mean, if you love her, she's got to be phenomenal, really.
Yeah, she does a great job. I don't know. Let me see, I'll look her up. That's the one thing I love about Fiverr. It's just, it's great to get little things just done.
Uh-huh.
And most of them now have gotten smart. They're not just $5.
Yeah, they like come back with 3 gigs or 4 gigs or whatever, right?
Yeah, oh, it's 3 gigs, it's 4 gigs, it's this or that. But, you know.
I mean, even for $20, if someone does it for you, it's, you know.
You're going to pay more for a graphic designer.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, you know, nobody will touch your work firstly for a small thing like that.
I won't. When I did graphic design, I was $150 an hour.
Yeah, well, you know, if that's your bread and butter, you gotta, you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, that's why I got out of it, because I saw the cheese being moved. All right, here's one. I have a guy and a girl that do covers for me, and they're both really good. Do you want me to put it in the chat?
Yeah, can I take it? How do I take it from the chat? You want to, I don't know, what's the easiest way for me to?
You should be able to see the chat light up at the bottom.
Yes.
Yep, that's one.
Okay.
I'm sharing in the chat people who design great book covers.
Oh, cool. For like regular books?
Like Nina Sue is putting together a divorce kit, and she wants it to look like a product mock-up.
Oh,
so
okay.
Having them design like a booklet, like a workbook.
Cool.
Okay. Now.
Awesome.
Now I lost you. Where'd you go?
Oh.
This always happens to me. I click on something and then I lose something else. It's like, oh, no.
So I take it when I'm ready, I can send you my one sheet for you to look at and give feedback?
Yes, let's get it out there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
There you go. Yeah, so that just opened in another window, so that's great.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
And then here's the girl that I like. Yeah, here she is. Creative Log. She's good. She's really, really good. She can be snippy though.
Snippy?
Yeah, like if she's late, she doesn't like you to tell her she's late.
Did you put it in the chat again?
Yep, hold on.
Sorry.
Here you go. So there's 2 links there. Those are the 2 people that I like to use in Fiverr to create book covers and mock-ups of products.
Got it.
And they'll do it like you just tell them the concept of what you want, and then they'll actually do the whole design, the graphics, the colors, the logos, the whatever. They do it all. It's about $10 to $20 for them to do the whole package.
That's great.
But, you know, like I said, I used to charge a lot. Like I have a client that's a book coach, and he charges $500 to do the book cover.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And he gets it.
Wow.
It's all in perspective.
It is. It
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, like his clients are, you know, paying $60,000 to $100,000 for a book program. So $100 for a cover.
I have a question. When are our Thursdays over? Is this
Today?
it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I was like,
Yay!
oh,
I know. That's why I was kind of waiting for Marty Katie so we could talk about all of our wins, but I don't know where she is, so we'll just go from there. So who wants to go first talking about wins? Because that's my favorite part of the whole program.
Nina.
Well, definitely this week something clicked. Thank goodness, before our last call. So now you know I actually did something during this time we were together. Okay, anyways, I'm really excited. I have a product up on my webpage that I've already been selling, but was giving it to my group through like having a private Facebook. And now I have a password protected page. Very, very excited about that. And I decided on my opt-in. Just for now, I have an ebook that I have access to that is interpersonal skills. So it's everything I talk about. It's those soft skills. One of my things that I always say is the soft skills are the hard skills in life. So I now have a book that I can offer people. And I don't know where this energy came from or this knowledge came from. It was channeled through you, Jessica, because it is all ready to go.
Woohoo!
I had Nancy Matthews reach out to me yesterday, said she was thinking about me, and she told me another person I should connect with to do their show. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, baby. And you have WPN coming up, and
I have WPN coming up in November. So thank you.
Awesome.
And just on a side note, I just agreed to do a 10-minute speech during a luncheon at a leadership event, and it needs to be something funny. I hope I'm funny. I don't know. I hope I can give them humor. But it's out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to do it.
Funny. First thing that comes to mind would be examples of bad leadership. Have you ever seen this kind of leader? You know, slow-mo leader? The one who yells at you like this? You know, you can have fun with that and just come up with like different really bad leadership skills.
Oh my God, I could tell them stories from my hotel days.
Yeah.
So I feel good. It's in 2 weeks, and it wasn't exactly my comfort zone, but hey, they're going to have 400 people there, and why not?
Opt-in. Ask them if they'll let you do an opt-in.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
So there's things that you can do from the stage, which is really helpful.
Okay.
So Sue, you have lead digits.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm dying to use that.
Yeah, which is a piece, it's an extra piece to lead pages. But what lead digits is say I'm on stage and I say, hey, if you want a copy of my ebook right now or you want to watch a video of this presentation, then text Jessica to 5885 and you'll get a copy of it instantly.
Okay.
And now you have all of their cell phone numbers and email addresses.
So if I have lead pages.
It's part of lead pages, yes. It's called lead digits.
It's an extra service.
If you bought the second level package, it comes with it.
No, actually it doesn't.
Ah.
What? Because of you, Sue, I talked with them and they said that they would give all my affiliates the package from the webinar.
That's great, because otherwise I was going to say that you just have, because they have that webinar every Friday. Yeah. So you just have to do it with the /webinar bonus offer, and then you get it with the pro annual. So
because I made a stink to them that they can't be offering bonuses in the webinar, that they don't offer the affiliates, because that's not fair.
I love it. I love it.
And they were like, you're right. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah.
But now I'm totally on the outside because I got lead pages. I'm on my second year of it.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, what they said in the webinar that you would have to upgrade to the next level, but I'm sure, Jessica, that you can pull some strings and get it to, because they want you to pay for 2 years then in order to get that. Because you have to upgrade from where you are, but honestly, I'm sure, Jessica, if you contact them, they'll allow your affiliates to use that.
But I'm not her affiliate.
Oh, you're not her affiliate, yes.
I didn't buy it from her.
Yeah, just message them and be like, hey, what's the deal? I wicked want to use lead digits.
Okay.
And I've been with you for 2 years. Do you think you could do something for someone who's been a long-term customer? I'm happy with you guys, but I need this text thing like right now.
Yeah, I found their support was phenomenal, and they have a very good, seem to have a really good checks and balance system, because then I got an email saying, what did you think of the support? So they're really, really watching that. So I think if you say, you know, I've heard of this, and it wasn't there, I don't think Lead Digits was there when you signed in. So I think that may be your thing to say that was really not an option. You know,
they just installed today a new feature that you can grade your lead pages. It'll actually run it through a test and give you a score.
Oh, wow.
That just turned out. Today was the end of their convention, their annual convention, where they announced all of the new stuff that's going to happen with lead pages in the next year. So I noticed today that the grading system just got turned on.
Yeah.
So now you can put the link in for your lead page, and they'll actually tell you where you can improve it. Like too much text, not enough text, you know, pictures too big, or all those little things that we miss sometimes.
Yeah.
So now my question, real quick, since today is it, do we still have access to the page we've been in? Or
yes, you'll have that forever as long as Facebook lets me keep it.
Okay. All right, cool.
I don't take it down. Yeah, because all the resources are in there.
Right.
The resources are actually going to be built into a membership site. And then when that's ready, we're going to move everything over to that. And then that way I can guarantee you guys will have lifetime access for it.
Got it.
You never know what Facebook's going to decide.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right, Sue, your turn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I've had lots of, firstly, I think the biggest thing that has happened with me since I started this workshop is that suddenly I'm in momentum. And I love that, because I've been doing a lot of educating and figuring out different pieces, but they were not coming together. And now I certainly feel like I know where all the pieces go, and now I'm trying a little bit here, there, so now I can start working. So one of the things that happened this week is, this happened maybe 2 weeks ago, but I just announced my first meetup. So there's a divorce meetup that I'm now running. So I don't know it just came to me. So I don't know where it's meant to take me, but I figured if I'm in the field, I can't not do this, because there's about 300 people on that. I'm sure a lot of them are not really involved, but I did a survey, asking them that I've just joined and what do you want to see? And I got like 25 responses. So I thought that was pretty good. So, we'll see. So I'm excited about that. I think really Jessica and I, and even Nina, I think just having this group is giving me more comfort with technology. So yesterday I did something that I'm really excited about, and it's very minor. A friend helped me on the cPanel of my HostGator, but one of the most annoying things for me was going into HostGator to check my business email, because it's just is crazy. It's very awkward there. And so I noticed that Google was offering for $5 a month, Google for Work app. And I'm like, oh, this would make it so easy. I can have it on my phone. And, otherwise half the time I was replying from my personal Gmail. And so I got that set up. And so I'm really excited about that, because it's like, it looks like Gmail, but it comes to Sujata. I transitioned it instead of Sujata at Gmail. And, it took me a few calls to Google, but they were very responsive because it's Google, And we managed to set that up. So I'm, small, but it's a big deal for me, because it didn't scare me. I'm going to do this, even if it means calling them 10 times and saying, okay, what's the next step and what's the next step? And, it worked out. So it's a small thing, but it just makes my life so much easier.
Yay. Yay. Yeah. So exciting for you guys. And Nina, you have your course where you got people in it. Did you get a chance to do the 4-day cash machine? Not yet?
Not yet. Yeah. I did look at it and I love it. And it's like ridiculous. Now I have no excuse. That's like the next thing.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to run for someone. It's good timing for you.
Yeah. So I'm super, I just can't believe all the pieces are together. Like, how did that happen?
Yay, in 8 weeks.
Night and day. I mean, for me, it feels from the time I did the other boot camp, where I was feeling so lost, and completely lost, and like, oh my God, am I ever going to get this, to where I am today? It feels like a major transformation.
Yeah, I agree.
It was new. It was new at the boot camp. You guys just kind of, well, it's a boot camp. You got thrown in and I beat you up. We worked it. We worked hard that weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, you did it and you came through and you guys, like, stood up and you persevered, you know. I was like, okay, we're going to write scripts. And, what? Scripts? No. Do you remember that? I can't write these scripts. I don't like this. I don't want to. Yeah, I've heard it all. It's okay, you know, and all of that. And now, you know, you guys are all at the point of speaking on stage and selling courses, and you know. But the thing is that not only have you done this one time, but now you know. I can go in and create an opt-in. Nina can go in and create another product. Sue can go in and do this. You can build a lead page. You can do this. You can do that. You can create all these things. So all of these little tools and all of these things, they stack upon each other like Lego blocks. And it just helps you to build your business online, because just because you did it once, you know, in these weeks, you have that tool now that you can just keep taking it out of your tool belt and offering it again and again and again.
Yeah, but more than that, Jessica, and really I can't emphasize that enough. I think it's the comfort for me to know that you're there to ask a question. Like, nothing terrible will happen because you're there. So, I mean, I really, you know, I don't know if you've read Clinton's book, It Takes a Village, and she wrote it about parenting.
No, I didn't.
Hillary Clinton, many years ago, wrote this book called It Takes a Village. And I've realized that as an entrepreneur, especially a woman entrepreneur, it really does take a village, you know? And so if you can have that comfort of a village, I think it just makes it easier, because, you know, there's someone to sound it off and, you know, say, okay, what worked for you? And I'm doing much more of that in all of my networking. Like when I talk to women who've been in business and they make the time for me, I always ask them, like, what has worked? And, you know, what's your biggest learning? Because, you know, if I can learn from their experience, I can really avoid that time of learning on my own, you know. And they share. I mean, this is the wonderful part, that you ask someone, they share what their, you know, insights are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
So, Sue had asked me earlier about what's next. And I've been thinking about you guys so much about what's next, because I'm in such a space that I don't want to create anything new. I want to take what I have and make it even better. And you guys coming through this program have helped me tremendously to make myself better for what I do. And I am so grateful for that, because it's so important to me that I help people just like you to get through all of these tech challenges. You know, my gifts and talents is that all this stuff is just easy and makes sense for me. But I've learned so much from you guys in your things and communication and listening to your stuff and helping you, you know, with all of your products. And that's the part I love about this. So I've thought and talked about it with my husband a whole bunch of times, and even my coach disagrees. Because he's like, you need to take them to the next level and the next step and all of that. But you know, my gut instinct, and when I'm, well, my camera just went, there we go. Yeah. I banged my desk with my elbow and it made it crazy. But my gut instinct is that to work with you guys some more on the same level that we have been, in the sense that let's take it deeper. Let's continue to grow what the seeds that we planted and make them bigger and deeper and do all of that. So we do have this same program is starting again. We have Hep Sharat has signed up for the program, so remember her from the video boot camp. Coming on board for the next 8 weeks. And I actually have a boot camp in 2 weeks. So what I would like to do for you guys is that I'm not going to start the new 8 weeks until the second week of November. And then we'll have a couple weeks during the holidays. So what I'd like to offer you guys is to continue our weekly coaching sessions every week all the way through the end of the year, so that you guys have a solid start. And when that January 1st rolls around, you guys have got everything in place to just click your heels and go. And really make next year the biggest start of the year for you. So that was my thought, and that's what my instinct is. Even though my coach is kicking me in the butt. But I really wanted to do that for you. So however many weeks it is until the end of the year, and then, you know, coming in on the new program and continuing through, you know, for the same price, for the $1,500. And then that way you guys have a strong start all the way, and for 2016, you're ready to rock and roll.
You're so cool.
that's what I'd like to offer you guys to help you guys to keep going on this path, because you're all doing so good. I mean, beyond, above and beyond, like wildest dreams kind of stuff. And we have this new boot camp coming in, and it's actually really small. We changed the format. So we quadrupled the price.
Wow.
And we only do it with 5 people instead of 10.
Wow.
Yep. And
when is that boot camp? That's the one we did when was it? Back in June or July? Was that, when did we do that? August?
Yeah, July. Yeah. June. It was the end of June 23rd.
Yeah, it seems like a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah.
So we have it. Yeah, we have that again, November 6th and 7th.
Okay.
And if any of you, because you have attended, I am looking for an assistant to help me at that event. So you can come and attend that weekend, and I will pay for your hotel room and your meals. You just got to help me with a few little administrative things during the event. But if you'd like,
I'm going to check my calendar. I'm in. I can actually drive back and forth, so you don't even have to pay for my hotel because I'm close enough that I can come back at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, we have to have it anyway for the studio.
All right.
But I'll let you stay in it.
And look, Marty's there.
I see her. Yeah, Marty, we were just sharing all of our wins. Because tonight is the number 8 for 8 weeks.
I know. So sad.
Yeah. When I saw it in my calendar, I was like, no. I even went back and started counting just to make sure I didn't make a mistake.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, I thought I had someone sign up, but then I don't think I did from my Facebook.
Oh.
PayPal. I thought I saw that somebody. I thought Marilyn did, but anyway.
You can log into your PayPal and it'll show there.
I know, but I did, but it didn't show that anybody had paid. So I'm not sure where I saw something that made me think so. But anyway.
Huh.
But my win was we had 8 people on the call, and having people that heard me talk up at the one person who heard me talk came to the call. I mean, he didn't show up, but he signed up at least. So it feels good in that way. So what other wins? Just getting it done and doing it, and feeling accomplished in the material, seeing a course where it can be tweaked, but getting feeling like a solid start. And then, I haven't heard back from the woman whose child was bullied, but, those connections. And then Marilyn said she'd put me into her mommy blogs. And then someone else who came was a friend of mine. She's connected to mommy blogs. And so it's just like little by little, little by little.
And I have a person for you today. So here's a cool story for you guys. So we talk about how you meet people and they opt in and then you don't hear from them and they don't buy or anything. So 4 years ago, I met someone at an event and they opted in and I friended them on Facebook. 4 years. And she just reached out to me and said, hey, I didn't realize you were living in Jupiter. I moved here a year ago, last October, and I had no idea we're neighbors. Can we meet? And then I'm like, do I know you? And I was like, where did we meet? And she's like, well, 4 years ago, you were at this event, and you just made such an impact on me that I always have been watching you for 4 years. And I said, okay. And so we met today at Starbucks this morning. And as it turns out, Marty, she is on the board for the Jupiter Elementary School, and she's the one who makes the decisions on what programs come into the school.
Ooh.
External programs like the musicians and the magicians and all the stuff that the school sponsors.
And so she sounded maybe interested? Or?
Yes. So I said, I have some people to introduce you to. So I want to introduce you to her, and then I have a client who has a school program that he plays the didgeridoo for kids at school.
Oh, that's
which is pretty wild. So we'll talk about polar opposites for referrals. Didgeridoo or bullying? Hopefully not bullying with a didgeridoo.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, I had a client, my best client that was with me for 3 years, followed me for a year before he reached out. And then he was a client for 3 years.
Yeah, I've had, it's really interesting because I've had experiences where big name people like have reached out to me and been watching you for a while. That was stellar what you just did. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like Michael Hyatt, he tweeted me and was like, been watching you. That was a stellar job. You're amazing. And I was just like, whoa. I'm like, who, you don't know who's watching what you're doing. So it really, that was just, I shared that with you for encouragement because, when you do these and you start putting yourself out there and you really start standing strong in your message and your soapbox, you don't know who's listening and at what point they're at or when they need you. So sometimes you do a webinar and one shows up or I had my corporate client this week and we launched this huge, and when I say Facebook ad campaign, I say huge Facebook ad campaign, and we had over 300 clicks and only 7 people opted in. So I got my butt kicked this week.
Wow.
But it happens. Marketing is testing and trying and tweaking and learning, and you all have come to, Nina, you've defined your product more. Sue, you're really getting very clear on what it is that you're going to offer and what you're going to do, and now you're ready to make your offer. And, Nina's made her offer, and she's got sales going on. And Marty, you stood up there and you worked through your presentation and was like, I need to make this better and improve on that. And, you've all have just done so much. I'm so happy. Progress. I'm a progress, I'm checklist and progress, and yeah. I was like, why do you gotta make a list for everything? Like I do.
I like to put the check next to it.
Because I like to cross it off in pretty colors. I'm the girl when they came out with the 50-pack of Sharpies and it was like 50 different colors of Sharpies. I was like the first in line at Office Depot for that. Awesome. So we have some more time. So how can I help you? What can we do? What can I do to help you?
So if I want to share my one tweet, do I post it into the group or do I email it to you?
Either or, whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Yep.
With that question, and then with your website, so I use whatever service. They're hosting everything, right? It's like not on my computer or anything like that.
No, it's on their computer in their space.
So then if someone has a great computer, it will go faster. Obviously, it has to do with the person's computer when they're watching stuff, or it's uploading.
And it's their computer and their internet access.
And their internet access. Okay.
Yeah, it can be one, the other, or a combination of.
Okay.
Like I had someone who had a decent. They had this camera, the Logitech C920. And it was fuzzy when we were doing their webinars. So she has a Mac. So then we upgraded her to the next level Logitech camera, and it was better, but it was still fuzzy. And then so we actually took a hardwire cable and plugged her computer into the wall so that it wasn't using Wi-Fi, and that didn't make a difference. So then what it actually was her whole entire internet connection in her house was unstable. And it would go really fast, really slow, really fast, really slow, and it was messing up her webinars.
Okay, so that's...
Yeah, the internet speed determines how good of a quality the video is.
Interesting. Okay, I'm glad.
And of course, your computer speed determines how fast the computer can process the internet quality.
Got it.
So yeah, one or the other.
It has got to go.
Yeah, it happens.
Now. How strongly do you feel about offering an affiliate? Or right now, should I just be offering my opt-in and just get people opted into my system?
So here's the thing. Like, say Nancy Matthews came along and said, hey, I know because of my relationship, and I know Nancy, that Nancy loves to promote affiliate stuff because she likes to make money. So I would consider something like, hey, Nancy would be a good affiliate. She's connected to my right target market. Let me create a program for Nancy so that she can refer me out and get rewarded for it. So the way I structure my affiliate program right now is on a case-by-case basis. And then all that I simply do is I give them their own lead pages page that's just for them. So I just duplicate my lead pages page. And then I have a separate PayPal button linked to that page. So that way I know when the sale comes through that that sale came from Nancy Matthews.
Awesome.
So it's nothing fancy. It's not big software. I don't have hundreds of affiliates. I have maybe a dozen because I'm very selective on who is out there promoting my products. And why I'm careful that way is because I had someone who was a big affiliate and they went out there and sold and sold and sold and sold my product, and they promised all these people a whole ton of stuff that I wasn't even aware I was supposed to deliver.
Oh my gosh.
And so it became bad in that situation. So I'm very careful at this stage, because what happens is these big affiliate programs, and here's a couple things that will happen. So these people, these big affiliate programs, like you'll see ClickBank and these websites like that, it's a bunch of garbage people. It's a bunch of garbage people who are out there looking to spam their list and send them junk and put a bunch of stuff out there to hopefully turn a few bucks. So even with ClickBank, you'll have a couple hundred people sign up for your massive affiliate program, and almost none, or just 0 to none, will do something. It's really tricky with that. It's a whole business in itself. But what works for affiliates is, say I have, you have a training coming up. And you could say, hey, Nancy, why don't you send a bunch of people to my webinar, or announce my webinar, and I'll give you an affiliate commission for that. Or I have this new product coming out, let's work on something together. Or someone that that has a big list, like someone else. Like I've had some radio shows where they will not interview you unless you have an affiliate set up for them, so that anything you sell on their radio show will get them money. And that's their business model. So I adapt mine to fit theirs.
So I love this. Thank you. Case by case, then give each person their own separate lead page, and then it connects to PayPal.
Yeah, and then just create a PayPal button for that lead page.
For that lead page, and you'll know it came from that lead page.
So that way, that gives you statistics. So it'll show me that, the lead page I created for Nancy, 500 people showed up, but I only got 10 sales. Well, Nancy's probably not the best affiliate. Or, hey, Nancy, 500 people showed up and I got 400 sales. Let me give Nancy a call and see what else we can work on. Okay. So that way it separates the numbers for you so that you can, see what's going on.
Excellent. Thank you.
And you said that you can create the PayPal thing right off of lead pages, right, Jessica?
You just log into your PayPal, and the button that you already have for the product, you just say create similar product, and then just change the name.
Oh, because I don't have a button. I just have a PayPal account set up. I've never done a PayPal button before.
Oh, well, that's easy to do.
Yeah, that's cool. You got to do that.
Yeah.
I just use it to invoice, so I know how to create an invoice, but not the button.
Yeah, the button is super easy. You just go in and fill out a form. It's under Merchant.
Okay.
And then you go in and you fill out a form, and then it's going to give you a link. And if it's a website, you can paste the HTML code and it'll make the pretty button. And if it's lead pages, because the button is already there, it'll give you an HTML link that you link the button to. It's really easy. There's also the new PayPal feature, which is really fun. It's called PayPal Me.
I've seen that. I never quite understood what the difference is between that and the normal PayPal.
So what it is so I have an address that's jessicabrace.paypal.me. And so I registered that. So now what I can do is say, just go to jessicabrace.com.paypal.me and send me $100. And they can go and pay. And there's no invoicing, there's no buttons, there's nothing. Or you can send someone a link off the top of your head. Say you're on your phone, you'll say, hey, let me send you a link right now, and you can email them jessicabrace.paypal.me and then /500, and then it'll send them an invoice for $500.
So how do you create this PayPal Me thing?
If you Google it, just Google PayPal Me, and it'll tell you how to set it up. And it's free, and it connects to your PayPal account. But it makes it a no-brainer to get money from someone fast.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, it just came out like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
PayPal what?
PayPal Me. Let me see if I can find the link for you, and I'll put it in the chat.
Me. Somehow I lost internet connection.
Yeah, I figured that. Because you blinked out really fast.
And then I had to reset my whole entire, system. Like, really?
Yeah, paypal.me. I'll grab it. So you get your own custom PayPal link, which is fun. There you go. I put it in the chat.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So that sends out an invoice and...
So I'll show you what it is. So like I can just type in here we go. So I can just, this is the page to register, and you just say paypal.me, and then it's / like you can put your name in. So mine's Jessica Brace. So now I have a link that's paypal.me / Jessica Brace. And anyone who uses that link can just pay me an amount. So if I type in, I'll type it in. It'll send them to a page that says, how much do you want to pay Jessica?
Very cool.
So there's no invoicing, there's nothing fussing, and the link always stays the same and is always active. So now if this is for them to put in the amount, but say I want someone to pay me $5,000, then you just add a / 5,000, and now it'll send them an invoice for $5,000.
Nice.
So now they get the page to pay you a specific amount. So this is fun because it's something you can do from your phone. You can text this to someone. You can email it to someone. You don't have to remember anything, log into anything, or do anything, and you can just bang it right out.
And then they take 2.7 or 3.2 or what?
It's like 2.9. Yeah, it's 3%-ish. About as much as a merchant account.
Yeah, it's the same. I checked it. It's the same.
Yeah. I mean, there's ones that are less, but you have to go through a song and a dance and a hoop and a loop to get them approved.
It was also costing me $63 a month just to have a merchant account.
Yes, that's another pitfall for sure.
It really saves with the PayPal thing. It saves, and then you can get a Square thing. You can get a PayPal thingy.
Yeah, and if you need those, I have like literally 20 of them in my closet.
The Square?
The PayPal swipers.
Oh, really?
I have Square ones, PayPal ones, and Stripe ones.
Okay, yeah. Can you tell us about the Stripe? Because I've always wondered about that. Because I probably need one of those.
So Stripe is, let me go back to the big screen so I can see you all. Stripe is a merchant account, but they don't charge you a monthly fee like Marty was talking about. Rather, Stripe is a merchant account made for people who sell things online. So it's a merchant account that you can connect to a shopping cart. It's a little bit more technical to install than PayPal, but it doesn't have the whole PayPal logo. For example, if I wanted to sell something on my webinar and they pay with PayPal, PayPal forces them after they check out to go to a PayPal page. But what if I wanted to send them to a page to deliver the product? Then you would use Stripe because Stripe would allow you to do that where PayPal doesn't. So there's different, or for example, in Webinar Jam, there's a feature where you can actually, everyone who clicks on the Buy Now button in the webinar, if you use Stripe, you can, or a different merchant account. If you use PayPal, you can't do it. PayPal won't allow you to. But say, for example, I have Stripe, I can actually set it up so that everyone who buys the webinar, it'll actually count down, and I'll say, oh, I only have 5 available, and as people buy it in the webinar, it will actually count down from the shopping cart. And it will also keep track of how many were sold so that you can have it all in one dashboard and see. And that's really great for when you're doing the evergreen stuff and the webinars are running and you're not there to see what's going on. You'll be able to just look in your stats and be like, oh, that webinar this afternoon sold 10 and yesterday morning sold 5, and you can see what's happening.
Okay, and then the thing with the Square or the PayPal, do they work the same way?
So the Square is another company, and what Square is a swiper.
Yes.
And it's just called Square because their swiper that plugs into your phone looks like a square.
Yeah.
And what that is that it's just another company. And what you can do with Square is you can wait a couple days for them to transfer the money into your checking account.
Uh-huh.
Or you can put it into your PayPal. So someone will pay you, and they pay you through Square, and the money goes into your Square account, and then to use the money, you have to transfer it out either to your checking account or PayPal.
Okay. And then the PayPal also has the Square kind of gizmo?
Yeah, here, I'll show you. I have a whole bunch right here. Square and PayPal. Yeah, I have a ton.
Wow.
They send them to me because we give them away at events as bonuses, and so I registered with them as a vendor, and then they sent me like a case of them.
Okay, because I definitely need one of those. I don't know which one,
This
but
is the PayPal one.
okay.
And the card swipes through.
Uh-huh.
So this one here, and the card just swipes right through it. It's super easy. It plugs right into your microphone jack on your phone.
Yeah.
The thing with this is that as of, I think, like this month, I'm not sure exactly when it becomes a law, new credit cards are being issued with chips in them.
Chips. Yeah, mine actually already have chips in them.
Yeah, mine does too. So these readers, there's going to be two kinds of readers. This one without the chip is free. You can buy this for $20 at the store, like CVS, Costco, whatever. And then the first time you run a transaction, PayPal will give you a $20 credit back.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that works. So essentially they're free. However, because it doesn't have the chip in it, if someone charges back, boo-hoo for you. Or if it's a fraud and a stolen card, boo-hoo for you.
Yeah.
However, if you buy the PayPal reader that has this, it's $75 for the PayPal reader with the chip. And then you have to process $2,000 in charges within 3 months to get your $75 back.
Okay.
And then that one has the chip reader in it to verify the chip. We're talking about processing credit cards with your cell phone. That's the swiper for PayPal. And then this is the swiper for Square.
Yeah, I've seen this. So everybody uses these. Yes.
Yeah, and Square, I mean, you can just buy these everywhere. They sell them in the Apple Store. They sell them in CVS, Walmart.
Oh, really?
And you buy them, and then they'll give you a credit later.
Okay.
And then there's another company that we use, which is EMS. So notice that I have many accounts.
Yeah.
And I have many swipers from different companies. Why do I have all three companies? Because they have processing limits.
Oh.
So PayPal will allow you to process $2,000 a month. And after $2,000 a month, anything you charge past that, they will charge the customer, but they will hold your cash for 30 to 90 days.
That's ridiculous.
On a credit card swipe.
Oh, my God.
Or a key in, if you key it in on your phone. So there's different limits. They don't let you have just unlimited processing. Yeah. And the reason for that is because when you go with a bank, to get that massive number in processing, like mine is $100,000. After if I'm going to charge more than $100,000 in a month, I have to call my bank and let them know that's what's happening in my business. Otherwise, the cards will not go through. But these guys aren't verifying you. They're not doing a credit check. They're not doing all that stuff. So they have to put some kind of control on it. So, and it depends on your account and how long you've had it and what you've done with it. Like, for example, I had like $5,000 in a month, and I keyed it in by hand because I didn't have the cards, and they held my money for 30 days. And I used my PayPal and put, 5 figures through it a year. And they still held money from me. So yeah, but it's good for small stuff, quick stuff, getting stuff done. If you're gonna, as you grow, there's more stuff that you can do. As you get into bigger internet marketing sales and larger ticket items, like Sue, if you have an amazing month and you sell 5 or 6 of your big programs, and when you get to that point, there's merchant account companies out there that are actually specifically for people who are selling online, because it's different rules than if you were, like, say, a store.
Right. So now if you were invoicing someone through PayPal, then that's not the limit, right? This is only for swiping things.
That's different because they're actually logging into their account.
Yeah.
User ID and password.
Which is verified.
Yeah, which verifies it, versus you keying in a number or swiping a card. There's more potential risk.
Right, but then if you're trying to get an immediate sale, you're almost better off really you taking their credit card right away.
Take the card. Yep.
Take the card, right?
Take the card and run it, and PayPal, if they hold your money, call them and tell them, you know, hey, what are you doing? I called for that $5,000 and I told them, hey, why are you holding my money? And they said, oh, it's policy and procedure, but we see that you've had a good account with no issues. I'll release the funds immediately, and they put it right back.
Yeah.
Because I went in and I'm like, oh, wow, I had a great weekend. And then I looked at my balance and it said 0. And I was like, what was that all about?
So with PayPal, you have to ask them to put it through?
If they put a hold, with PayPal, they can put a hold on your funds at any time and say that they need to investigate the funds, and they can hold it up to 90 days. Which stinks. Yeah, because you think you got all this cash and then you don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if any of you want any of these swipers, just let me know and I'll mail them to you.
So I sent you a thing on the chat, so 6th and 7th, right? So I just need to check on something.
Okay.
You let me know the hours though, right?
Same hours, long hours.
Yeah, so what time, I mean, Saturday is more of a challenge. Friday should be easier.
Yeah, Friday is more 9 to 5 because the 7 to 9 is just office hours.
On which day?
On Friday.
Right.
And then Saturday is the longer one because we have the glass walk. We're done at 5, but then from 7 to 9 we do the party and then the glass walk.
Okay. So do you want help like all throughout, or what do you need?
During the day, the 9 to 5 is when I need help.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll let you know tomorrow then. I'll just send you a quick email.
Okay.
Because I just need child care for my dog.
Yeah, it's just kind of what Emily did, just making sure food has arrived and, hey, I need copies of this, or, you know, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's great. We have 4 right now, and probably at the most we'll have 5.
Okay, that'd be great.
Smaller.
It's the same place?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
I love that hotel.
Yeah, I should be able to do it for you, so, you know. And okay. I think the you know, it'll help me just brush up everything also.
Awesome. And you get to make some more videos.
Oh, I can do that too?
Yeah, that's the deal.
Oh, yay. I was just going to help you.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I'm helping you. But now you got a head start because you know what's going to happen in the class.
Nice for me to hear everything again and, you know, just recap. But yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna be playing with Periscope and Blab. I have a whole new module that we're going to test at this boot camp.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so I'm in.
Jessica's with Facebook, are we going to be able to run my ad this time?
Yes, I'm gonna turn it on tonight.
Is that too soon?
Nope, 7 days. Yeah.
All right.
It should be about right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Jessica, just getting back to the offer, you said that we can have the weekly meetings all throughout, or when does the next session start?
No, for you guys all throughout, so we'll continue.
Okay.
With the weekly coaching, and then the second week of November, some new people will be joining us. One of them will be HEP, and then probably some people from the boot camp, and there's a couple other people that have been waiting to come in.
Okay, cool.
Is there a payment plan?
Yes, we can break it up into three months at 500. Absolutely. I'm always good about payment plans. I have been through many.
Thank you.
So when do we need to let you know?
As soon as possible, because we'll have a call next week.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay. I'll send you all a link to my nifty PayPal. Awesome. So any other questions? I'm here for you guys.
Can I just quickly say I love everybody. You guys are amazing. Please forgive me, but my 18-year-old is flying in a new airport and all sorts of crazy things. So we're leaving to go pick her up so she can surprise her 20-year-old sister.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes.
Nice.
Fun.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun. And Jessica, I will get back to you about joining, and I sent my one sheet to you. And congratulations, Marty, and congratulations, Sue. You guys have just been so amazing and so supportive, and I'm so glad I was on this journey with you.
Well, and we're going to continue doing that for each other. So don't make it like a goodbye. You
I'm going till Monday. I'm going on vacation.
Okay. Well, I'm also leaving next week, but we'll always be there.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congrats to you.
Thank you.
All right. How can I help you guys? Thoughts, questions? Sue, I know we filled up today. We did a lot of.
My brain is not, I mean, I think all the questions I had have been answered actually.
Okay.
So I'm sure after we end, there'll be tons more, but I really need to do my work first. Like I need to start doing the next stuff.
Yeah, you got a good chunk of homework today.
Yeah.
And Marty's through it. I'm going to turn on her ad tonight. Yay.
Yeah, I guess, well, since we're continuing, that's like great because, it's one thing to have you, mothering us through, and it's another thing to throw the baby out, out of the nest.
Wait till New Year's.
Well, I'm not leaving you as long as I can afford to stay. That's my thing. So I'm hoping that in the next round, I'm actually going to make some money. So I'm going to go ahead and, maybe use your payment plan this time. But, definitely I plan on sticking around because I don't want to stop now,
Yeah, you guys, and it's perfect timing because it brings us right to the end of the year. Start the year off right, and it just works out.
Yeah, and we need to tweak. I mean, I still want to know more about the speaking side because next year that's the plan. Like this year, I should be able to master setting up the webinars and delivering that, and then maybe inviting some guests. And, so then once I know how to do that, I think the next place is really the speaking part, which I haven't explored at all. So
I am actually in conversation with Doug, which you guys met, the Glass Walk guy.
Mm-hmm.
Doug teaches a program that's amazing. It's called Sleight of Mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that he created it, but it's based on his teachings. Doug is a master trainer from Richard Bandler.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
He trained directly with Richard Bandler, but the person who taught Doug to speak and sell from the stage was Tony Robbins personally.
Wow.
Doug was Tony Robbins' top seller for 3 years in a row, top salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
And so Doug he's put together a program to actually teach his techniques.
Uh-huh.
It's NLP mixed with what he learned from Tony and everything that he's had in his travels. Like, I don't know if Doug shared with you, but Doug is a award-winning Grammy artist. Like, he has a case in his house with Grammy Awards. Like, he was this famous musician producer, like Beyonce and like all of them. He produced their soundboards.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's really just a gem of a person to know. But I'm negotiating with him about doing that training the first of the year because I want to take it.
Yeah, no, I think we'd all want to take it. So
yeah,
we quickly need to generate tons of money so we can keep our personal and professional growth going as well,
Yeah, and it's really, the base with the webinars, and that's something that you can do anywhere, and then you move forward with the interviews and then the speaking gigs and the stage, and it all just ties together and makes a nice, tight little package for you to keep selling your products and services.
Yeah.
And repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. I've got a new product coming out or I want to expand or something, and then you just do the whole package again. So
one thing that I wanted to ask you is because after we hung up, I actually got an email from this woman who I had met just recently, and she's putting together some conference. I'm not clear, but I'm meeting with her tomorrow, so it should become clearer. But she said, I would love for you to be a part of this, and do you have a presentation or something that I can take to my board? So if I had to give her something, that would be my one sheet, right?
Yeah, your one sheet for sure.
Okay, so I might have to put you on fast forward on that if it goes well. I'll know tomorrow afternoon if this is something worth exploring. But if it is, then I might actually have a chance at speaking somewhere. So if that happens, then I'm grabbing it, and
Yeah, and getting it out there and making it happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Jessica, what am I doing next?
You are in promotion mode. So I sent you a link today to someone to clean up your PowerPoint slides for you on Fiverr.
Okay. What would I tell them to do?
So just have them. I would suggest a white background with either dark navy blue or black text. That's what shows up best on the screen. But he can make it pretty with graphics on the bottom. So he'll design like a template for you. And
you sent me the link, and what am I going to tell him to do?
Just tell him that you want a PowerPoint template. It's what the gig is for.
I send him mine and
send him yours and say, this is my logo. These are my colors that's in the PowerPoint. The blue background isn't working, and I really want something clean and professional.
All right.
And then tell him what it is that you're talking about.
I was actually looking into that also, Jessica, and I was looking at what was it called, River something with Envato Market.
Yeah, the templates there. Yep. This is a guy who will actually design something custom for you for $10.
Yeah, no, because then I also realized that those say that the licensing is only for one use. So it means that I can't really use that PowerPoint for like the template for multiple presentations, right?
Oh, and it's one use meaning one company.
Oh, okay. Because when it said one use, I'm thinking, okay, so if I do one webinar, that's all. Because they're like $10, $15, but it's doable. But I like what you just said. So who are you using for this?
Let me find the email and I'll send it to you.
Okay, that'd be great because I might be able, because I looked at my normal PowerPoint stuff and there's nothing in there that's very exciting to do. And I would really like my colors to be more coordinated with, like my colors,
Yeah, this guy, he's a graphic designer, so he's going to design something custom for you.
Okay.
You tell him what you want and he'll create it.
Have you ever hired somebody away from Fiverr or?
Yep.
Okay, because
I'm very good at that.
That's why I'm talking to the expert here, because I was wondering, I wanted to look at, because the guy fixed my website. The banners suck, but at least there are banners up there now for Create Confident Kids, and I'll fix them eventually. But and I thought, I could hire him, and then I didn't know how much to offer to pay him.
Oh yeah, just ask him. Philippines, is he in the Philippines?
I don't know. I'd have to look at him again. I'm not
probably. Philippines, India, all of that. You're looking at around $5 to $10 an hour, never more than 20 if they're super like amazingly skilled. Like I have a guy that I work with that I cannot refer out because my client that referred me to him asked me not to, but he's like amazing graphic designer, amazing programmer, amazing like at everything he does, and he charges 18, and he's like off the chart. Like, I mean, the websites that he builds, he charges like $400, and it would cost probably $5,000 to $10,000 to get that same website here in the U.S.
Yeah.
But
So if it's not I mean, I didn't know whether I offered them or I asked them how much.
You could do either or. Sometimes if I have a set budget, I will put out there what I'm willing to spend. And it's a risky game, as in any business negotiations, because sometimes what you offer could actually be more than what they were going to offer.
Right.
So you got to kind of judge the thing. Like the social media guy that I hired, I was going to offer him more than what he came back to me with. So I'm glad I didn't open my mouth.
Right.
Yeah, and he's good. He's a good kid. Awesome. So the banners here is what you don't like?
Well, I think they're too, yeah, they're pretty ugly, but I had Fiverr do it and I just needed to get it done. And so I just let it be.
Yeah, it's just super big.
Yeah, they're too wide.
Yeah.
And so I asked the guy to make them smaller, but obviously he didn't.
Yeah. I would almost turn the banners off. I find it distracting from your content.
And just have one up there?
Yeah, like, because if you think about it, like I come to this website and it's like menu up here and then some pictures, I don't really know what's going on because I have this thing like moving in my face.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it makes it feel like the website doesn't flow.
Shh, Spunky, stop.
Okay.
Like down here is clean and nice, and it definitely looks better than it was.
That's for sure. Put the tags. I don't know what happened to him. Anyway, he didn't put the tags, and he did that, but he didn't do that. He has the material.
Are you still with 24/7?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Go to the chat.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's name is Rami.
Ronnie?
Hold on, I'm getting his name spelling. Rom, R-O-M-M. Say that you would like to talk to Rom, that you're really, you're not happy with the service that you provided and would like to see how this can be fixed. Rom is the owner. And the person who's working the chat will then Skype him, and then he'll Skype you.
Okay. Well,
because then you can make sure it gets done.
okay. Well, I mean, this guy has been, he does things, it just takes time, or he doesn't have the knowledge to make it smaller. I might have to go back to Fiverr to get him to make it smaller.
Yeah, this will give you somebody that works for 24/7 who does have the knowledge to make it smaller.
Oh, okay.
Because if they are advertising website design, then they need to have somebody that knows how to do website design.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I talked with Rom today because he's like, "Why are you leaving?" And I like straight up told him why, and he was actually really upset. And like he offered me to the end of the year for free, and instead of 3 projects, 5 projects.
Wow. It still wasn't worth it, huh?
I said no.
Really?
Yeah, it was too frustrating for me.
What do you mean instead of 3 projects, 5 projects? Aren't we allowed to have as many projects as, at a time, you mean?
Yeah, 3 at a time. Yeah, he offered me a upgraded package with 5 at a time and then free for November and December.
Wow.
So what didn't work, Jessica?
The skill level of the people that they had working for them was extremely low. The attention to detail was very poor of about half of their employees that I encountered. Just silly things like sending me the wrong files or starting a project and then not coming back to it for 4 or 5 days when they're supposed to be working on it daily. And so it was just a lot of having to chase them. For example, it took 4 weeks for a guy to edit 1 Photoshop file because he kept sending it back to me wrong with like little details that he missed. And I would give him a list and be like, fix this, fix this, fix this. And he'd do like half the list and send it back. So for me, it was just such a waste of time.
Yeah, can't do that.
I could have done it myself 10 times over and not paid the $400.
Yeah.
But there were some good people that did get their projects done. And one of them I actually hired now to work for me full time.
Will you be outsourcing him for our SEOs?
He's going to be doing some stuff for me. I have him on a really big project right now.
Okay.
He's actually a student and he's in school full time. So he's only works 20 hours a week.
Okay.
So, which is really good. I actually talked with his teacher. He has a mentorship program with a teacher who's helping him. He's in an entrepreneurship program where they're teaching him how to own his own virtual assistant business.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it was really good. So I talked with his teacher and we talked about what his goals were and how he was doing in school and what I could do to help him achieve his goals. And so we went from there. So we set a goal that by January, he'll be able to get a new computer for his business.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. You know, in the Philippines, it's these kids are making, $50 a week feeds their entire family.
Yeah.
You know, and runs their business. And when I say family, I mean like moms, dads, brothers, sisters, and grandparents.
Yep.
It's really, it's a lot of money for them. Yeah. Which is nice to be able to contribute.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Can I use that banner, the Tag Kids for Success banner,
I would just make it not as tall.
Yeah, I know that, but I meant and
Yeah. So as a graphic designer, what they could do is they could shorten the height, and then they can stretch out. They can repeat the cloud background so that it's wider and it fits the whole screen.
Okay, but of the ones, I picked that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just it feels like when you come to the site that it feels cluttered.
Okay.
Like I don't know what to do when I come here because there's too many parts.
Okay.
Which is not what you want.
No.
You want your opt-in.
Right. Yeah, it's too low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not using a lead box for the opt-in?
Yes, that's a lead pages. I mean, that's a active campaign.
That's active campaign. Yeah.
But how about a lead box that shows up, after 10 seconds or something like that?
It was there. It just disappeared.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Oh, okay.
She had it. I don't think it'll come again because they already triggered it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I guess the thing for me would be, to finish up this first webinar thing, workshop thing, emails, which I sent out today.
Yeah, you got your email out today?
Yeah.
Great.
Not that I have many to send, but anyway, so I sent out the ones I could. And then, to get training on the webinar jam thing, because I don't know anything in the background. So do you want to wait until I buy it?
On how to do it? Yeah. Because then I can walk you through how to set it up, and then from there on, once it's set up one time in Webinar Jam, you can just hit the clone button and just create a whole new webinar and not have to do the whole setup again.
And you're doing mine as a tutorial, right? For everybody? You're going to record that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Because then you can, I can get that. But
yeah, then you'll be able to follow along really easily. I make it simple.
The other thing, Jessica, will you be able to separate out our calls and so that we can actually get access to the calls that we have?
Dan just finished downloading them all today. Now we have to figure out which one is which and then upload it to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we took them all out of Zoom and he just finished that today, and then we got to sort through it.
Okay.
We're on it.
Cool. I don't know. What else should I be doing? I guess I don't know at this point.
Start promoting. I would start. I sent you, maybe Facebook? Directions. There's something that I shared in the Facebook group on when you're doing a Facebook post. Sometimes you do a Facebook post and Facebook will pick like a really terrible picture.
Uh-huh.
And it uses that in a post. There's a way around that you control what the image is, because Webinar Jam is notorious for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you where it is. Yeah, so did you see that it's Bullying Awareness Month?
But October, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Should really, I would play on that a little bit.
I know. Well, October's almost over. Yes.
It's all right. Where is it? Resources for marketing. So you'll see here, post with picture. It's a website called postwithpicture.com. And it allows you to control what image shows in your Facebook post. So you put the link here of where you want it to click to, your title, and then your Facebook text, and then you upload what file you want, and then you share it on Facebook or you share it on Google+. But using this website will allow you to choose what photo shows up in your Facebook post. So you're not stuck with the ugly Webinar Jam thing.
Okay. So post with picture.
Yep, and it's right here in resources for marketing. But that's one of my favorite little sneaky tricks.
Cool.
So for example, if I do like, See how that shows up?
Right, with no picture.
Right, so with post with picture, you can change it to whatever you want.
Okay.
So.
And then you just.
So you do that.
Uh-huh.
And then you choose your picture.
Yeah, do that one, yeah.
And we want big. And then you want to share. So now it's going to give you a preview. And it says that Facebook sometimes can take time. So if it gets stuck, to hit refresh. So maybe it's taking a long time. There we go. And then so this is what your post will look like instead of the ugly picture or no picture.
Okay, and so then how do I get that to show up?
So then you just hit share.
Just hit share?
Yep.
Okay, but yeah, we don't have a link to my webinar. Okay. But you just put that in there and that's what.
Yeah, the picture actually is hyperlinked. We added that in.
Ah, oh, okay.
So now I can do this here, join Marty Ward. And then always put the link twice. And then, boom, now it goes to Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a tricky little trick. So instead of getting just that plain garbage, you'll get this beautiful ad like that.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Very
$1 million tricks, ladies.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing, it just puts a little ad for post with picture, but so, you know, everyone's looking at this anyway.
Yeah, nobody notices that. I did until you pointed it out and I knew you were using it.
Yeah, and it's free, and, you know, they need a little something. But, yep, so that's my $1 million tip for the day. Anything else I can help you with?
So the person who does the presentation template, where do we find that?
I emailed it to you.
Oh, okay, because I'm full screen here, so I can't see it. Okay, great.
Yeah, I emailed it to you because I had emailed it to Marty, so I just forwarded the email to you.
Great, thank you so much. So I just sent I need to send the person the logo and colors?
Yeah, just send them the logo and colors and any ideas that you have. Like, even if you see a template from that other one that you like, say, I like this because, and I would like something similar, but with XYZ.
So what do you think is a good template that is for women? And I was just thinking like gradients, maybe something like that, you know?
Yeah, I always like to have white background with black text on my PowerPoints. And then I do graphics at the bottom and sometimes on the side to build a template for it. Because the simpler it is, the more that they're going to pay attention to you than the PowerPoint.
Okay.
White background, black words, and then put a logo in the bottom or something, you're saying?
Yeah, so like, let me see if I have some of mine open. Yeah, like mine I keep really simple. Oh, darn.
That's so cute.
My little dude.
He's adorable. I want to adopt him.
You can definitely come hang with him.
I would love that.
We went to Pumpkin Town tonight. Which he thought was very interesting for sure.
So cool. In this, he's like, yeah, look at me, man. You know?
Oh, he was so happy. It was, where did I take him? You know that restaurant where they dress up as the gauchos and then they serve the meat on the swords. Texas de Brazil.
Oh, I have no idea about that. What? Okay.
Yeah, so it's this funny little, it's a restaurant and it's like they cook meat on an open fire.
Uh-huh.
And then they come around to your table and you have a chip that says yes or no.
Uh-huh.
And if it's green, then the cowboys will stop and they literally stick a sword on your table and cut the meat that's on the sword and then serve it on your plate.
Oh, how cool.
Oh, but it's like every kind of meat you could imagine, and they keep coming around in a circle. So it's like a show while you're eating and this whole thing. And he was just thrilled with this. Because this kid will just eat steak until he pops.
Yeah, where is this? Because my daughter loves steak too, so I might take her to that.
It's actually a franchise restaurant. It's called Texas de Brazil, but the one we went to was on PGA.
Okay.
And if you go online and you sign up for their thing, they will send you a gift certificate for $30.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Here's one to pull up. As you can see, like mine is really plain. Whoops, I lost it. There we go. So mine is, wrong one. Sorry, I have two screens open and now I lost one. There it is. So I just have this on the bottom. And I purposely did mine in black and white because it was to be a film strip. But it's just a little something to brand you, but not enough that it overtakes your whole presentation.
Okay, so that comes at the bottom of every one of them, right? That's
yeah, so then that would be on every slide.
Yeah, okay.
Or let's see. I have a really good one. Hold on. I'll show you a really good one. I think it's this one. Yes. So this is one that I created for a client. And his company is Baby Pie Publishing. Right. So you'll see that all of his slides is just subtle.
Very nice.
Enough. But it brands him really classy. So this is a custom PowerPoint that I did for him.
Well, that's very nice.
Just taking pictures of me.
I just wanted to get an idea because I just have no idea, so I wanted to get an idea.
Yeah, so this is just something really subtle, and you know, I went in and I actually formatted all his text and wrote his sales stuff for him, and I created all of these graphics for him on this whole PowerPoint.
Very nice.
Like all these that book cover software that I showed you, I used that and I created all of these.
Yeah, I'm actually dying to use that too myself, just to play with it.
Yeah, I like it.
I was actually considering spending a few minutes for my divorce kit to see if I can create something on my own before I send it over to Fiverr.
You can. It's very fast with that software.
Yeah, so I thought, well, you know, I can play with it for a few minutes, and then if it doesn't work, I can always send it along.
So you'll see when you do the template and you just do it subtle on the bottom.
I love this. I love the swirlies. I actually love this one.
I actually have a thing and you know, a green thing that looks like a wave on the bottom of mine. So that's, you know, what I was thinking maybe we could do.
Yeah. So just having the Fiverr person do it, they'll get it done for you fast.
No, but I had to give them a suggestion, so that's why I took the picture.
Oh yeah. And then, you know, when you have it subtle, you can play with it like as a designer. Like this one, the wave goes into the stairs. This one I covered up the whole thing and it just shows a photograph, so you can, you know, it's adjustable.
Yeah.
And then this one I put his book on top to kind of play with it.
Yeah, very nice.
But the way you do it in PowerPoint is you do view, then you do slide master, And then what I did is on the slide master, I just inserted a big, I changed the background to be this graphic.
Okay.
And then what that does is it changes every slide in your whole presentation so that this graphic is the background.
So where is the background when you do master?
Background styles.
Background styles.
Yep.
Wait, Style Master.
So you go to view.
View.
And then slide master.
Slide Master.
And then you'll see here, here's my slide master.
Yeah.
And then you'll see here that I inserted the graphic. All I did was insert graphic.
Yeah, okay.
And then what that does is it now adds that as the background image for every single slide in the presentation. It formats the whole thing all in one shot.
So where was insert graphic? I apologize for it.
Oh, sure. Right here, insert.
Insert. Okay. I see.
And then picture.
Insert picture.
So the guy will send you a template for PowerPoint, right? That's what you.
Yeah, he'll send you a PowerPoint, and he'll send you with the slide master, and then all of these already formatted.
And you emailed that to us? Is that what you did?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because this I'm going to get going immediately since I need this, before I actually create the presentation.
Yeah, it helps when you work it out. I actually write my presentations in PowerPoint because I write the slides before to give me a thought of what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's I think how I'm going to do mine too.
Because then I move things like, oh, well, this belongs here, or I don't want to say this, or I want to move that, and it just makes it so much easier to organize my thoughts.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Great.
Awesome. So there, now you see a PowerPoint.
Yeah. That's great.
Awesome. And that'll give you, again, when you use this and you brand it, it's recyclable for so many things.
Right.
I
have one for my other business, but I don't have one for this one.
Yeah. So like I did this for Keith, and he's been a long time client of mine. But for me to go through, and I actually formatted every slide and did graphics and find the right photos and all of that. But how many slides does he have on his?
I'm going to have to go in a sec because I have.
Yeah. So he has 27 slides. So I did this for him, and I charged $500 as a designer to do it.
Yeah. And what's a good number of slides, Jessica, for a 45-minute presentation?
Depends on how fast you talk and how much you go on each slide. Like I tend to have a lot of slides because I'm a visual person.
Right.
So that's up to you. Like this is an hour presentation for him, and it's 27 slides, but he tells stories on some of the slides. Like
Right.
each of these books, he tells a story, so that takes up quite a bit of his presentation.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will see you. I'm so excited because I was feeling like, oh my God, last class.
Last class. No, I promised you today. I would never leave you guys hanging.
Yeah. So I think by the time we're done with the next round, we should all be very confident about, the infrastructure of our.
We're going to have a New Year's celebration.
Yeah. That'll be lovely.
Great.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Good night, ladies. Bye.
Bye.